Chosen one, the winds have shifted and the silence before you is not emptiness, it is a call. The universe has aligned threads you could not see before, weaving a road that was always meant for you. This path is ready, it waits, it hums with the energy of destiny, but no force can move your feet except your own will. This is where preparation meets action, where inner knowing becomes outer movement. You are standing at the threshold, and the choice is no longer whether the way exists, it does. The question is whether you will rise and walk it. Before we dive deeper, I want to pause and ask you something important. If you are watching this now, stay with me until the very end of this message, because there is something powerful waiting for you here. And I want to encourage you, write your warmest wishes in the comments below and place 777 at the end of them. This is more than just numbers on a screen. It is a signature of alignment, a mark of your energy, joining with countless others. When you share those words, you are setting intentions and you are energizing the universe itself to move in your favor. Now, chosen one, let us return to the road ahead of you. The path is not built from stone or dust, but from decisions, courage, and unseen faith. Many people are waiting for permission to begin. They want someone else to tell them that the time is right, that the stars are in place, that all signs are clear. But the truth is, the path has been waiting far longer than you realize. The moment you feel the stirring inside you, the rest is already aligned. Waiting for the perfect day is an illusion. The day you choose becomes perfect. You must understand that the universe does not reward hesitation, it rewards boldness. Every step you take forward confirms what has been whispered in your heart for years. When you hesitate, the path seems uncertain, but when you move, clarity comes with the motion. Think about the times in your life where you acted before knowing every outcome. Somehow, the road unfolded as you walked. That is the design of this journey. The way is not fully visible, and it was never meant to be, because destiny requires faith. Your strength grows not before the step, but in the act of taking it. The readiness of the path is not what matters now. The readiness of your spirit is. You may wonder why so many obstacles appeared before you in the past. Why delays? Why rejection? Why silence when you prayed? But those moments were not proof of abandonment, they were proof of alignment. Every closed door shaped your direction. Every silence was a pause that trained your ear to hear more deeply. Every rejection redirected you closer to the exact place you stand today. Without those detours, this path would not be waiting in the form it is now. The universe does not waste pain. It refines it into guidance. The path ahead will not always be smooth. If you expect a road free from resistance, you may be tempted to turn back at the first storm. But storms are not signs to stop. They are signs that you are moving through energy that resists transformation. And here is the mystery. The very resistance you face confirms that you are on the correct path. No one resists a wanderer, but destiny always attracts opposition. Your willingness to walk anyway is what will open the gates. There are countless others who will look at the same road you now see and turn away, telling themselves, it is too steep, too dark, too uncertain. They will convince themselves that waiting is safer, but you, chosen one, cannot stay at the edge forever. The edge will not move, only you can. If you refuse to walk, the path remains silent potential. If you step forward, it becomes living reality. The universe does not choose for you, it responds to you. The echo of your footsteps is the signal that destiny has been triggered. And as you walk, something extraordinary happens, unseen doors open. You may not notice them at first, small alignments, brief encounters, a sudden word from a stranger that feels like a key. These are confirmations that the path recognizes you. With every step you validate your calling, the path breathes back into you with opportunities that would never have appeared had you stayed still. The road itself is alive, it is waiting to interact with you, but it only moves when you do. Fear may whisper that you are unprepared. That is the oldest lie and the most dangerous. The truth is, you are not supposed to feel fully prepared. If you already had every answer, the walk would not grow you. The path is ready, but its readiness does not remove your responsibility, it amplifies it. The road is not waiting to carry you, it is waiting to meet you. You bring the spark that ignites its purpose. The universe has laid the stones, but only your feet make them real. Think carefully, what would happen if you decided today that waiting is over? How many silent dreams would begin to stir? How many unseen allies would rise to meet you? The future you long for is not sealed behind a locked gate, it is waiting on the other side of your step. And once you cross, you will not only walk for yourself, you will walk for everyone who could not believe in their own path. Your courage becomes their permission. Chosen one, this is not just about your destiny, it is about your influence. The path ready for you is not narrow, it has space for others to follow. Your walk leaves a trail. Every decision you make opens a way for those who watch you in silence. You may think no one is noticing your struggle, your endurance, your rise, but countless unseen eyes are waiting for proof that it can be done. And when you walk, you become that proof. The path is ready, but here is the final truth. It will not walk itself. Destiny is not forced upon you, it is offered. You can stay where you are, safe but restless, or you can move, uncertain but alive. The path hums beneath your feet like a heartbeat, waiting to sync with yours. Every second you delay is another second the universe holds its breath, waiting for your courage. Step forward, chosen one. The path is ready, but only you can walk it. The silence that surrounds you is not emptiness. It is an invitation. It is the stillness that waits for you to choose, the pause before momentum begins. Everything around you is aligned, waiting for your decision. The path is not hidden anymore. It has been cleared of obstacles, prepared in ways you cannot see, and stretched forward like a thread that only you can follow. Yet it will never move without your will. What you are facing now is not a question of possibility, but a question of action. Many people spend their lives at this very threshold, standing before a door that is already open, waiting for some external confirmation before they step through. They search for signs, for the perfect moment, for the certainty that everything will work out. But perfection never comes before the step. It comes after. The first movement you make is what activates the path. Without it, the road remains only a possibility, a silent dream left unfulfilled. Every delay carries a weight. You can feel it in your spirit, the pressure of unrealized potential, the ache of knowing you were made for more but still holding back. It is not punishment, it is awareness. The more you wait, the louder that awareness becomes. It whispers in the quiet hours. It stirs when you see others moving. It presses against your chest, reminding you that your destiny is not designed to sit idle. The heaviness is simply the call becoming impossible to ignore. And when you finally decide to move, the first steps will feel uncertain. Your heart may race, your mind may doubt, but the act of walking itself is what creates clarity. The path is not meant to reveal itself in full before you start. It reveals itself piece by piece with every decision, with every act of faith. If it were all visible, there would be no growth. It is in the mystery that your strength expands. It is in the unseen that your courage becomes real. This is why hesitation is so costly. It convinces you that safety lies in waiting, when, in truth, safety is an illusion. Standing still does not protect you, it drains you. The longer you wait, the more restless your soul becomes, because deep inside you already know where you are meant to go. The longing you feel is not random, it is direction. It is the inner compass pointing towards the road that has been marked for you all along. The path itself is alive. It responds to you. The moment you step forward, alignments begin to happen. A meeting with someone unexpected, a word spoken at the right time, a door opening where you thought there was none. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The road recognizes when you walk, and it moves to meet you. The energy of the universe does not respond to thought alone, it responds to action. You will encounter resistance, doubts from within, distractions from outside, the weight of memories that try to convince you are not ready. But resistance is proof that you are moving in the right direction. The forces that surround you have no reason to fight if you remain in place. Opposition only rises when transformation begins. Instead of fearing it, see it as confirmation. You are stirring the very ground beneath your feet, and that is why resistance appears. Every great journey begins with a single step. Not with a perfect plan, not with every answer, but with movement. The step you take today will reveal what tomorrow holds. It will teach you what you need, connect you with who you require, and show you strength that was buried until now. Waiting does not prepare you, walking does. The courage to begin is the only preparation you truly need. And as you walk, you will find that the road does more than carry you forward. It transforms you, it strips away the false layers, the doubts, the fears, the masks you once wore to survive. It reveals the essence of who you have always been, hidden beneath hesitation. You will see yourself clearer with every mile. The road does not just lead to destiny, it uncovers identity. The time is now. The path is ready. What remains is not whether the way exists, it does. The only question left is whether you will rise, place your foot upon it, and let the unknown shape you into who you were always meant to be. The invitation stands, the silence waits, and the road is alive. All it needs is your step. The moment you decide to move, the air around you changes. What once felt stagnant begins to vibrate with momentum, and even if you cannot see it, your steps begin to shift the landscape. The path that seemed quiet awakens in response to your choice. It is as though every unseen element has been waiting for you to say yes, to finally act on what you have known in your heart for so long. This is where the unseen becomes seen, not because the world suddenly changes, but because you finally align with it. You will notice that the first steps often feel heavier than the ones that follow. This is because you are breaking free from old patterns, from the weight of doubt, from the chains of hesitation that have clung to you for years. The gravity of standing still pulls hard, and at the beginning it feels like every step is against a current. But once momentum builds, the current shifts in your favor, and the very energy that resisted you becomes the force that carries you forward. As you walk, there will be moments of silence, stretches of road where nothing seems to happen. No great signs, no immediate confirmation, just the quiet sound of your own footsteps. This is where many turn back, assuming silence means abandonment. But silence is not absence, it is preparation. The road is aligning unseen elements ahead of you, weaving connections, moving pieces into place so that when you arrive, everything meets you at the exact moment it should. Do not despise the silence. It is proof that greater movement is occurring beyond what you can see. Along the way, the old version of you will try to resurface. Thoughts of failure, memories of when things did not work out, fears that history will repeat itself. These echoes are not truths. They are remnants. They do not belong to the person you are becoming. Every time they whisper, you must remind yourself, the path is not about who you were, it is about who you are becoming. You cannot measure your future by the failures of your past. That weight is not meant to travel with you. There will also be voices from outside, some curious, some doubtful, some dismissive. People will question why you are moving forward when everything looks uncertain. They may tell you to wait, to settle, to choose safety over progress. But their voices are not meant to guide you. They speak from their own limitations, not your potential. If you listen too closely, you risk forfeiting the very journey you were born to take. Learn to hear the call within you more clearly than the noise around you. That inner call will never mislead you. The path has its own rhythm, and as you continue, you begin to sense it. Small confirmations appear at just the right time. A word, a message, a chance encounter that reminds you that you are not lost, you are guided. The road speaks in subtle ways, not always through grand signs, but through patterns that resonate with your spirit. If you are attentive, you will recognize that nothing is random. Even the obstacles are timed to strengthen you, not to stop you. As you go deeper, the journey demands more of you. It will call you to release what you once thought you could not live without. Comforts, routines, even certain people may no longer walk with you. This shedding is not cruelty, it is necessity. The road is shaping you for what lies ahead, and it knows what cannot continue with you. Holding on to what no longer serves you will only weigh down your progress. Trust the release, for it is making room for something greater. There will be moments when you feel stretched, tested, even uncertain if you can go further. But each test is not to break you, it is to reveal your strength. You do not know the depth of your resilience until it is demanded of you. You do not know the expanse of your courage until fear tries to block your way. You discover who you are in the tension between what you fear and what you choose. Every time you choose to keep walking, you declare to the universe that fear does not own you. And slowly, step by step, you will realize that the path is not just something you are walking on. It is something you are becoming. The road is not separate from you. With each movement, it fuses with your spirit, shaping your mind, stretching your faith, awakening your strength. By the time you reach the places you once dreamed of, you will not just have walked the path, you will embody it. The truth is this: the journey will always feel uncertain at the beginning, but certainty is not a requirement. What matters is the decision to walk, the courage to keep moving, and the trust that every unseen detail is aligning in your favor. The path is ready, and with each step you take, it becomes more alive, more real, more yours. The only thing it cannot do is move without you. Every journey reaches a stage where the weight of the old and the call of the new collide. This is the point where the path demands more than casual steps, it requires surrender. The earlier parts of the walk are about movement, about proving to yourself that you will not remain still. But as the road stretches deeper, it begins to shape you in ways you did not expect. This is when the journey shifts from being about the destination to being about transformation. At this stage, the path will call you to let go of what once defined you. Old identities, roles you played for the acceptance of others, masks you wore to survive, all of these will be peeled away. It can feel disorienting at first because you have lived under these identities for so long that you confuse them with yourself. But the truth is, they were only layers. The real you has been hidden beneath them, waiting for this exact moment to emerge. Shedding is painful, but it is also liberating. Every layer that falls is space gained for your true self to breathe. This is not a loss. It is a refinement. Think of fire purifying metal. The heat strips away impurities, leaving behind only what is strong and enduring. That is what the road does to you. The experiences you face here are not punishments. They are processes of purification. They take away what is temporary so that what is eternal in you can rise. And when it rises, it carries a strength that cannot be broken because it is no longer rooted in the shifting approval of others, but in the truth of who you are. As you walk further, you will also notice how the path changes your relationship with fear. In the beginning, fear feels like a wall blocking your way. But the more you step forward, the more you realize that fear is not a wall, it is a shadow. It looks large when you face it from a distance, but as you walk closer, you see there is nothing solid holding it together. Fear survives only when you stand still. The moment you move toward it, it begins to fade. That is the power of walking the path. It dissolves illusions that once controlled you. There will be nights when the way feels endless, and mornings when your body and spirit feel heavy. These are not signs to turn back, they are signs that you are stretching into new strength. Growth is never comfortable, and comfort never produces growth. If you find yourself tired, remember this: the very weariness you feel is evidence that you are no longer living in circles. You are moving forward, pressing through terrain others avoid, and that is why it feels so heavy at times. But every step adds to the reservoir of strength you are building for what lies ahead. And along the way, glimpses of light will break through. Small victories, unexpected encouragement, a sudden sense of clarity that washes over you. These These are reminders that you are not alone, that even when the road feels silent, there is alignment happening beyond your sight. The universe does not ignore your effort. Every step sends ripples outward, touching places and the people you do not even know yet. The movement of your journey is connected to more than just you. It is part of a larger design. One of the most challenging lessons you will face here is patience. The road is not rushed. It does not bend to your timeline or your desire for speed. It unfolds at the pace required for your transformation. If it came too quickly, you would not be ready to carry it. The pauses, the delays, the unexpected detours, they are all shaping your capacity. They are teaching you endurance, resilience, and trust. Without them, you might reach your destination too soon and collapse under its weight. With them, you will arrive ready, balanced, and unshakable. The path will also begin to change the way you see the world. What once seemed ordinary becomes layered with meaning. The people you meet, the places you visit, even the struggles you face, they all begin to look different when viewed through the lens of destiny. You realize that nothing is wasted. Every interaction, every setback, every step is connected, building a mosaic you could not see when you first began. The more you walk, the clearer this pattern becomes until you see with certainty that your life has never been random. And perhaps the most profound shift is this: the further you go, the less the destination matters compared to who you are becoming along the way. You realize that destiny is not only about reaching a final point, it is about embodying the strength, wisdom, and clarity you gain as you walk. The road transforms you into someone capable of carrying the weight of what is waiting at the end. By the time you arrive, you will not be the same person who began. You will be someone new, someone whole, someone aligned with the very essence of the universe itself. So do not fear the stripping away, the silence, or the slow pace. These are not signs of failure. They are signs that the road is doing its work in you. Trust it, even when it feels uncertain. Every step is a seed, and in time it will bloom. Keep walking, because the path is not only ready, it is preparing you as much as you are walking it. There comes a moment in the journey where you realize that the hardest part is not the road ahead, but the road behind. The weight of what you have left behind, old fears, familiar routines, even people who once defined your world, can press against your spirit like shadows trying to pull you backward. The path forward is open, yet the echo of the past calls with a voice that tempts you to return to comfort, to safety, to the known. This is one of the greatest tests of walking, to keep moving even when the pull of the past feels stronger than the promise of the future. When you look back, it is easy to remember the comfort of what was, forgetting the emptiness that lived inside it. Memory often softens the pain of old patterns, painting them as safer than they really were. But safety without growth is a prison, and you were never made to live caged in walls of familiarity. The reason the past feels heavy is because it no longer fits you. You have grown, and what once carried you now confines you. The very discomfort you feel is proof that you cannot go back. As you press forward, you will notice that the path demands something new: consistency. At first, the steps are powered by excitement and the energy of a new beginning. But as days stretch into weeks, the real power is not in dramatic leaps, it is in steady, unwavering steps. Progress is born not from bursts of passion, but from the quiet discipline of continuing, even when the fire feels dim. The universe is not measuring the size of your steps, it is measuring the persistence of your spirit. This persistence is what turns ordinary movement into transformation. Each small act compounds into strength, each choice to continue builds endurance. Over time, you will see that what once drained you becomes natural. What once terrified you becomes familiar. The path changes not because it is easier, but because you have grown strong enough to carry it. That strength is not built overnight, it is the reward of staying faithful in the silence, of refusing to quit when nothing around you seems to change. In these moments, you may feel the temptation to measure your journey against others. You will see people moving faster, appearing to accomplish more, reaching milestones before you. But comparison is poison to your path. Their road is not yours, their timing is not yours. The pace of your journey has been tailored for your growth, and if you rush to keep up with others, you will abandon the design meant for you. Your only measure is whether you are walking, whether you are growing, whether you are becoming truer to the call that echoes in your spirit. You must also prepare for the loneliness of this stage. Not everyone will understand why you continue. Some will fade away quietly, while others may question your decisions. It is in this season that you learn the value of inner strength, the ability to keep moving even without applause, even without affirmation. The path itself becomes your companion, and the quiet voice within becomes your guide. This is where you discover that validation from others is not the fuel of your journey. Alignment with your purposes, and then, unexpectedly, you will find signs of breakthrough, not dramatic explosions, but subtle shifts, a door opening that had been locked, an opportunity appearing without warning, a connection that feels perfectly timed. These are not random, they are responses. They are confirmations that your persistence has been seen, that your steps are not in vain. The universe honors consistency, and in time, what felt delayed will suddenly align in ways you could never have planned. It is important to remember that the path is not designed to be rushed. It is designed to be lived. Every step has meaning, every pause has purpose, every challenge has something to teach. If you try to skip seasons, you rob yourself of the strength they were meant to give you. The slow pace is not punishment, it is preparation. The more patient you are, the deeper the roots you grow, and the stronger the fruit you will bear when the time comes. At this point, the journey is no longer about proving you can begin. It is about proving you will not stop. The decision to continue is what separates those who dream from those who live their destiny. Anyone can start, but few persist. And persistence is the key that unlocks the doors of fulfillment. Every time you choose to walk again, even when you feel weary, even when you feel unseen, you are declaring that your destiny matters more than your comfort. The truth is simple. You will face days when your steps feel small and insignificant, when progress seems invisible. But the path is recording every move. Nothing is wasted, nothing is unnoticed. What you plant in faith today will rise tomorrow in strength. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep surrendering. The path is alive, and it is leading you into a future that only endurance can reach. The final stretch of the journey is often the most revealing. By now you have walked through silence, endured resistance, faced fear, and shed what no longer belonged to you. The path has not only carried you forward, it has shaped you. What once felt uncertain is now familiar. What once seemed impossible is now part of your story. The person who first placed a trembling foot on this road is not the same as the one walking it now. You have been transformed in ways that words can barely capture. At this stage, the path does not demand speed or dramatic leaps. It asks for steadiness. Every step is an affirmation of your resilience, every breath proof that you chose not to remain where you began. You have discovered that the journey is not only about reaching a destination, but about becoming someone who can carry the weight of it. And as you move, you begin to notice something powerful. The path itself responds differently now. It no longer feels like resistance, it feels like flow. What once opposed you now seems to align with you. Doors open with less effort, connections appear with greater clarity, and opportunities begin to mirror the strength you carry within. Looking back, you see that nothing was wasted. The delays, the struggles, the quiet seasons all served a purpose. They refined you, taught you patience, and gave you strength. They ensured that when you arrived here, you would not only survive the road, you would embody it. This final stretch is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new one, built on the foundation of everything you have overcome. The truth is simple but profound. The path was always ready. It was waiting, watching, and alive long before you took your first step. The only missing piece was your decision to walk it. And now that you have, nothing can take this transformation away. You have proven to yourself that hesitation cannot hold you, that fear cannot own you, and that endurance can carry you into alignment with what has always been yours. The path teaches one final truth. It was never about speed, but about depth. Every step you took carved new strength into your spirit. Every pause gave you patience. Every challenge sharpened your focus.